Hello, everyone. We are back at the Crom Transmission 5th Annual Kinston Open, supported by Innova Discs. We are so excited to be back. I am here with Jamie Kiep. He is on a roll for the second round front nine coverage. We hope you like that action. Do you have anything to say, Jamie, before we get going into the back nine here?
Feeling good from Southwest Georgia. Psyched to jump into the back nine and relive a little bit of this special event.
Yeah, it is really special. Thanks again to our sponsors, Scorpion Disc Golf, Crom Transmission, and everybody that was else involved. I know Innova had their awesome baskets out there. We loved seeing those yellow big baskets out there. And here we go. This is round two. This is what the scores look like after the front nine. You have Anthony Anselmo with the minus 22 and a healthy lead, 4 strokes, and shooting about 8 down. Or 7 down, excuse me, through the 9. And we have Jamie Kiep, who's keeping up here, no pun intended. How do you feel about your front 9?
Front nine was okay. I'm really just trying to focus on my game at this point. I know that Double A is, going to do what Double A does, but I'm just trying to focus on staying clean and optimize my birdie opportunities.
We would be amiss if we didn't talk about Nathan Queen. Also, he's shooting really hot. He has birdied every hole except for 2 as well. So keeping pace with Anthony Anselmo. And here we go. This is hole 10. You saw Anthony Anselmo's drive. It was pretty good. This is a very standard stock hyzer hole, I feel like. This is such a golf hole. And already we've seen a few holes like this. Jamie, what are you throwing here?
That is a Fission Octane. I did not see the hyzer route until the last round, and I've kicked myself for it because I've come close to getting into that bunker the first round, and after seeing some people chuck it on just the stock hyzer on the third round, I was just like, what are you doing, man?
So what, were you going to the left side?
Yeah, I just threw it straight. Like that
Oh.
shot there was just a dead straight pipe shot with some turn on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you can throw just a big chunk hyzer to the right side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I thought maybe you were trying to be very creative and going to like the other side. And here we go. Whit Stephenson, a very solid player. We saw him already make a lot of great putts on the first round. Make sure to check that out. His putting average was pretty high out there, and he is parked. He's going to be looking for a birdie, continuing his streak as well. He's playing very solid here.
Yeah, he putted really well. This hole's not that difficult. Anything out in the open, and you just have, a 300 to a 350-foot approach to a basket. Not really any danger. You just want to get something out there, cut the distance in half, and then chuck another one up there. As you see, Double A almost drops one in the bucket. And you can see there that I did actually trickle that one a little long. I am in the hazard. So as I talk about no danger, I find it.
So you're shooting 3 from there, right?
That's correct.
Wow, kind of unnecessary, but you were trying to go big, so that's what you get, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, that is often detrimental. Can be good, but it's detrimental to throw too far sometimes.
Ooh,
All right.
yeah, there we go, Matt Thompson. We haven't talked about him. He had a really kind of okay front nine, nothing too hot. We saw him go OB a few times, so but you're getting the birdie here. Everyone's getting the birdie pretty much from what I can see. Really well done from this card. The only thing that was different about this hole and some of the other holes that you saw previously was the distance. That hole was 700 feet or 730 feet. So that second shot was definitely longer, which warmed you up for this hole, I feel like, really well. This is hole 11, 411 feet. Stock forehand shot.
That's nuts. That there's nothing stock about a 411-foot water carry to a basket there. It's a par three. In my notes, I take hole notes every time I go to a course I'm not familiar with. I play this hole for par. The first round I played it for par. Watched people take bogeys, just allowing people to gift me strokes if they want to. But seeing how Double A is doing what he's doing, and Matt and Whit are getting up there, I've got to at least try. But yeah, this is played as the hardest hole on the course, I believe. Coming in at 28% birdie, so only one of every four people. Um, Definitely a tough hole. Makes you really think about that shot.
Yeah, so you went for it. I could see there. You just kind of had the disc flip a little too much there. What was that?
That was my Metal Flake Emperor, really beat up and flippy. I was erroring to the right. I was
Hmm.
not going to come up short on that shot. Give me a long bit. My bread and butter is usually my longer putts.
Wow, you're really on those. So you're not afraid that that was just going to sail away a little bit too much, or are you a very
No.
comfortable putter with even the comeback?
Yeah, anywhere within 60 feet, I'm comfortable hitting metal. I'm not going to really airball anything that often. And I think that, that helps, having that mentality that you're not worried about a comeback putt.
Oh, absolutely. You can see Greg Barsby has that mentality for life.
He's an animal.
All right, let's see if Anselmo can get another birdie on this hole. He did it first round. Oh,
One of the dangers on a basket that's up on an elevated position like that on that hill.
for sure. That slant really makes it a lot tougher, and he's going to have a healthy comeback too. I'm not even sure if Whit is really up first, but
It was a good group of guys. I mean, if it was ever close, we just kind of let it flow. We went pretty steady.
yeah. You're also seven down, so you're kind of cruising. So this is fun to watch you guys kind of all battle together and stay with it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think we all knew the scores. Some didn't. I pay attention to the scores. Sorry, I'm chuckling because I realized that I'm wearing my weed eating shoes, and the bottom is like completely ripped off.
You told us on the front nine that you have 60 animals. I had to think about that again. That must be a very fun morning for you in the routine with all those animals.
Yeah, the majority of them are about 40 chickens that will follow you everywhere.
I love it. Well, tell us more about hole 12 here.
Hole 12, you just kind of want to get a sidearm or a roller's a good play. You want to get something out there and cutting over that path to the right. There's not a whole lot of danger here. The danger here is really on the approach shot. You have water that's just behind the basket. How Double A can just step up to this with a left-handed sidearm and just know he's going to be better than everybody else is unbelievable. Um, I love to watch it.
Some might ask, like, does he have a backhand? The answer is he's working on it, but he does not want to put it in a tournament showing right now. So he is definitely working on it.
I mean, why work on it? What's he, almost 1040 rated with just a sidearm?
It's pretty spectacular. I wish I had a sidearm like that, and it's just so controllable. It just shows you the versatility,
Yeah.
and if you have it, you have to use it, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing some of my last few sidearms as I have a fracture in my right elbow, mainly due to my sidearms. These are all, let's round it up. They're 15 speed discs. This is a dimension, and I sidearm a limit here, but I'm just trying to keep it short of that water. Um, and yeah, that's as good as my sidearm gets. That's about 280, and yeah, Double A and everybody else is easily cruising by my little pesky shot.
are you recovering, or are you going through that right now?
I can't. If I were to flick a putter 20 feet, it's an 8 out of 10 on the pain scale. It's just not
Mhm.
great. Throwing a speed 15 on the sidearm with that much anhyzer like I have to, it's just really, really not good for you. So I'm just getting really good at the backhand. We're gonna say goodbye to the sidearm.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, let's work on the backhand because I see you have some touch. I mean, you just have to learn and understand what the disc is gonna do with your power. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if I had time to practice, and if I wasn't on the weed eater or the lawnmower, I could probably get pretty darn good. As that just looks like it just about jumped in the basket there.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
amazing. Whit Stephenson, this is going to be his fourth birdie in a row.
what a heater.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy watching his game. It's very smooth. It's also like silent but deadly.
Yeah, you don't really, he just kind of creeps along. And I remember my dad saying that at some point, he's like, Whit's doing pretty good. He's not like making a bunch of noise, but he's doing pretty good.
Hmm. That OB water it just comes up so fast when you're from that angle and that far, obviously.
Yeah, that wasn't even birdie one out of every two people with a 40% birdie ratio on that hole, which is a little surprising. I expected it to be one of the easier holes considering that you just, it's on your second shot. Um, yeah, a little surprised at that result.
Well, hole 11 we knew averaged pretty difficult from the first round. It was a
Yeah.
very same theme there, so that averaged .06 over par. The last hole averaged point -3.4 under par, and this one same idea -0.3. I mean, this one is only 360 feet, so you're going to get a lot of birdies on this one. You just have to avoid the low ceiling or be creative. You could even take a huge hyzer line.
Yeah, this is a tough shot. I mean, you've got. I'm honestly surprised there's that many birdies. Unless you have a really big side on, that green creeps up on you there, which the green is a hazard, or not a hazard, but OB. And yeah, the ceiling is really low, so you have got to really penetrate something. Um, I found it to be a tough shot for me. And oh no, looks like Double A leaked a little left there, a little too soon, and ended up in the OB area.
Yeah, between that mistake that we just saw, the mistake that we saw on the par five, and then also the kind of the missed upshot opportunity on the last hole, we're seeing some different style of play from Anthony Anselmo that he's probably not used to. So he's got to really kind of turn it around here.
Yeah, yeah, and there's you notice stuff like that. I noticed, so I had a lot of pressure on me for this shot. I just put it a little nose up, but I knew that that would be a good chance for me to potentially gain two shots. Um, just didn't make it happen.
I'm surprised that you guys weren't closer than this.
I don't know. To the eye, it just set up difficult. Gosh, I want a piece of that basket every time, don't I?
Of course you do.
Yeah, it just set up difficult to me. But this is a big putt for Double A here.
Yeah, he really needs to make this. He hasn't made a bogey all tournament. Let's be real.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Major pressure putt there. Saved his par from outside the circle.
I just realized that he is bogey free at this point. I mean, are you bogey free? You might even be bogey free.
I'm not sure. I think I took a bogey or two in the first round.
Yes, I see. You took one bogey on hole six, I see. Yep. Wow. That's what it takes though, to stay on the lead card, no bogeys, no mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, you have to make a mistake like Anthony Anselmo and then capitalize on the putt.
That's right. Kind of like the a quote from Tiger Woods that I'll always remember. Everybody's good is good, but how good is your bad?
I like it.
It's so easy to get started, and when you get the bug, you just keep going, and it's so much fun.
Disc golf is a great game to get out, increase your activity level, enjoy the outdoors, and have a great time.
It's a really easy sport to get into, so just grab a disc and come out and play.
No matter your age or skill, there's a place for you out on the disc golf course.
So come on out and throw your best.
Here we go. This is hole 14, the shortest hole that you're really going to play, 267 feet, just dead straight. And I really enjoy holes like this because it keeps you in check. There's a Mando on the left side and right side. Again, just a tunnel shot for Whit and New England players. This is just a standard stock flip up mid-range shot for us.
Gotta get it. This is a hole you step up to. You got it circled on your notes. This is a birdie you've got to caught.
Yeah, and if Whit hits that, that will be his 6th birdie in a row.
Double A wants that to go. There's like a berm that the tree is on that's in front of the basket, and if you don't hit that with enough speed, you will just check up and you'll have a circle's edge putt, which is a lot farther than you'd expect to have on the shot.
Yeah, we saw Jake Rice from the first round actually get like a turbo boost on that area, but Anthony Anselmo did not get that. Matt Thompson obviously getting up there. He's a very solid mid-range thrower. He likes throwing this hard, you could tell.
Yeah, if you hit the dirt, you should be good, but if you hit that grass before, it usually just kills your momentum. This is the hardest shot for me. I do not like a straight shot. I would much rather throw a speed 15 driver on a skip shot around the corner than throw a mid-range that skips up and goes straight.
Well, I will tell you this much. You learn this shot, your turnover game will get a lot better too. So,
Yeah, that one just leaked over a little bit on me. If it would have stayed where it hit and the grass would have been great. However, just caught the sidewalk and left with the putt.
ooh.
Couldn't quite connect. Left me a little bit on the bone there too. Little meat to be had.
Yeah, well, we know you're an aggressive putter. So, Whit, I think I jinxed him.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. I don't know if he knew the heater he was on or what, or if something messed with him. Definitely was surprised to see him miss that putt.
Well, we saw Anthony Anselmo make the putt for par to stop his birdie train. He was 5 in a row right before that. Let's see if he can get back on the train here. Ooh.
Oh no.
See, this is a different side of Anthony Anselmo. And he's discouraged a little bit, but I guess we're just so used to him just making everything. So that's why it's like it's shocking to see that he has a chink in his armor.
That's right. That was a very, very confident putt by that young man, Mr. Thompson there.
All right, let's see if you can hit your par save. Yeah, you do have a healthy bit here.
Just got to send it in there.
Well done, though. So what are your thoughts on the course so far?
I like the course. I'm usually not a fan of ball golf courses because they tend to just be 900-foot par fours when they can do it, and that's not fun for anybody that likes to take care of their shoulder. But they incorporate a lot of the stuff, like you can see here, in between the sidewalks that's not even in play of the golf course, and they make some really great holes out of it.
I agree. We had Harry Chase do the commentary in the first round, and he really enjoyed watching it too. So maybe we can convince him to come here and play this course. I particularly love this hole. I like how they kind of make you have demanding shot shapes. You have the cart path to kind of avoid. You have sometimes flags. They do a pretty good job incorporating, off the path golf course shots that turn into good disc golf shots.
Oh yeah, and there's two shots, two different lines. I know myself, I'm throwing a speed 15 MVP limit, which is out of production, but I think double A it's going right side. That would make sense with a laser beam of a sidearm like that.
He's so consistent with that shot. I mean, look at this.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
CTP flag. Yeah.
I go the same route, except on an extreme anhyzer and play for a skip shot. And with a speed 15, you're usually never going to be disappointed with the skip you get. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness is right.
That was close.
That's what you'd get with the 15 speed, a huge skip like that. That's awesome.
I mean, it's fun. I have a good time throwing that disc. I'm known for throwing that disc. And it gets where it's going in a hurry.
Come on, get that birdie. Yes, you're back.
All right. Okay, we shook off the little easy one we were supposed to get, and we're back on track here. I think we're all looking good with a couple birdie putts. The weather was really nice. The venue, just overall, this place was, coming from 7-8 hours away, it was really nice. Double A's all but a formality here for his birdie putt. Yeah, I remember it being really hot. I remember the air and the golf carts just blowing through your hair. And
Yep.
when you got done, the clubhouse was nice enough to let us enjoy the pool. Uh, just really, really good place to be.
Hole 14 averaged 2.53, hole 15 averaged 2.7, really back-to-back easy holes. And another easy hole, hole 16. This one is a really good hole. This is par 4. It's just a beautiful hole. It's a 2-shot hole just to get up to the green area. Really no OB to worry about. This hole averaged 3.58. Very simple hole. And I would say one of the longer par 4s.
Yeah, not much on this hole to worry about unless you're worried about your drive carrying 550 off the tee, which is not much of an advantage. Very easy to moderate gap to hit, nothing to worry about there. And you just want to bite off a good chunk and see what kind of approach angle you get to the pin. But yes, essentially we are all licking our chops to get as far as we can down this fairway and trying to add another birdie.
For you guys, it's just a birdie fest, I feel like. I mean, you shot 13 down first round. You're not keeping up to pace just as much on the second round, but it's just thrilling to be able to I know for me, I threw my DD3 on a hyzer more than ever, and I enjoyed that. Like, I don't get to play that style of golf that much.
Right. So on this shot, I think I think that's his orange ride.
Yeah, he's going to be about 390.
You've got to throw over that OB golf green. It can be blind if you're farther to the right. Really, there's no OB behind the basket. You just kind of want to throw something that checks up. Because if you get something coming in low and fast, you can get a little bit of movement. But it's kind of wet, thick grass down there, so it's kind of a freedom fest if you chuck it high enough in the air.
Yeah, for somebody like Whit, he's licking his chops as well. He likes throwing it high and wide, you can tell.
Yeah, it catches real nice. Mr. Thompson, great guy. Yeah, I can't say enough for the vibes that we had in this group. We had a great time.
And you guys are all wearing blue.
We got the memo, baby. The blue shirt memo.
Who set that up?
Nobody. 100% by chance. I'm throwing the MVP limit sky high, hoping for a
Look
spike.
at that line.
Now, there's zero glide to that disc, so once it goes up, it just seeks the floor. It doesn't glide out to the left. Matt's got he's got a little more meat than you'd want on this hole.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was going to be way closer than that.
What did? Yeah, that's a disappointing putt to have on this hole when you step up to the tee.
He's back. If anybody wanted to know where he was just kind of chilling at the bar for a little second, and now he's back. That's a good putt.
It's a great putt. You got a slightly uphill putt. I mean, you've got rollaway potential. There's more of that putt than he made it look like. Job well done. We're tapping in that easy birdie.
I like this finishing stretch of 3 holes too. I remember going after 15 or even after 14. I really enjoyed the last 4 holes, and I was like, this is it. This is the stretch where I can just kind of bomb and air out some shots. As long as I don't make any mistakes, it should be 3 or 4 birdies.
Yeah, absolutely. This hole in particular, I love because you can pick your poison. This hole is reachable in 2. However, you have got to go over a golf green, 911-foot par 5. Just a beautifully shaped hole. You can ton it off the tee box and get in a good position, but you've got to worry about some elevation. You've got OB just long of the basket, so there's a lot to think about, but it can be eagle.
Let's see if anybody gets this eagle. I'm Very interested to see how far you have to throw it. I mean, you basically have to throw a 450 on a dime.
Yeah, and there was late in the afternoon, so there wasn't a whole lot of wind. I've got my Meadow Flake Emperor. I'm going to try and get around the corner. I know I've got to make up some ground on double A. So, I'm chucking it. I'm seeing what I got. I'm pushing 40, though. So
That's pretty good, man. And is this the same disc you threw on 11?
yes, my Meadow Flake Emperor is my farthest flying disc at the moment. But got some relativities and some teleports that are making some moves in my bag right now.
It's a constant battle for those discs, huh?
What a chuck. That's
Yeah.
early. Oh,
Ooh, Matt Thompson was trying to chew off a little more than he can bite off that angle, though. That was a little aggressive.
and they're rather friendly with that. There's like some sort of line that's OB, and I thought it was the path the first round, but it wasn't. So they're pretty friendly.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because you really don't need to make it punishing. Like this allowed us to air it out without feeling too constrictive, and I like that on a golf course. All right, so this is how far you think.
I'm too far out. I didn't get to turn around the corner. I'm probably 600 from the pin.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to play something over the hill, short of the green, short of the sand traps. Doesn't matter where it goes as long as it's not in the woods. We can pitch it up and get our birdie and move along.
Yep. And what does your note say? Does it say go for the eagle?
My notes, I always have two notes on every hole. One's an aggressive play, one's a safe play. And on this hole, my note was, if wherever my drive landed dictated my shot. If I was within range, I'm going for it. But if I didn't get there, then it already forced my hand to lay up.
I love it. And now, how often do you actually stick to your notes in that game plan? Because sometimes we all veer off just a little bit.
I've only started doing that in the past 8 or 9 events. And I think I've won 6 of my last 8. So I'm going to stick to those notes 100% of the time because the results are showing. Whit's got his, this is nothing wrong with this. You've already pitched up to here. You're just pitching up to try and get a nice birdie, but you still got to go just like that.
Man.
Over the OB green, short of the out of bounds line behind the basket. You still got a little shot to throw up there. It's not just a gimme birdie by any means, but this is the play, the hand you're dealt. You got to play it the right way and throw something that sticks up there.
That was a great shot. We've seen so many of them from Whit, and you're just a little to the left, but you should be able to make that birdie putt. We've seen some really good putts by you as well.
Really just doing a little chunk up there. He got himself a little 20-footer. Yeah, that was probably a disc mistake there. I should have used my electron entropy, which would have stuck on the ground rather than that Glidey A2, which finished out and paid the price for it.
First rare miss for you.
That hurts.
That could be costly, though, in terms of getting on the lead card. We'll see what happens, what shakes out at the end, but you're right there at the top. I mean, it's you, Whit.
Oh my goodness. Oh, double A. He's been up and down these last couple holes.
Yeah, and I would say mostly, we saw 2 missed putts, right?
Yeah, then he'd make a good one, and then he'd miss one, and he'd make one. Really all over the board to close this round out for double A. So very surprising.
The pressure was on, maybe? Or maybe the heat?
I don't know. I've just met him. I don't know double A that well. I've gotten to know him a little bit now, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was the heat. He wasn't complaining about anything. Shout out to the 2 guys in the back that were just chirping away. Good people. Love to see some discs flying. Just hanging out.
Apparently they're disc golfers. I've found out. They're friends of the people that were playing at this tournament. It's pretty cool.
Oh, sweet. I thought they lived there.
So they bought that house on purpose, clearly. And This is a temp course. Unfortunately, we don't get to play this all the time. I wish we did. I would literally come back and play this, and I would come out of my way to play this course. I really enjoyed it.
I love to come back. Yeah, 18's a phenomenal finishing hole. Coming at 693 feet, par 4. You've got a really good placement shot to throw, and then you have got probably one of the more daunting shots to throw into an island green that is just littered with, fantastic pines. You got a really overgrown oak that's low hanging. You better get your placement shot in a good spot.
Yeah, the challenge is definitely the approach. The drive is fairly easy. The bunker really shouldn't come into play for most players unless you're trying to go for something big. And I really enjoy this hole because as much as I was talking about 4 easy birdies in a row, this is probably the most challenging out of the 4. And the average shows it averaged 4.1.
Yeah, that's just how crowded that approach shot is. I mean, I can imagine 60% of good shots are hitting a tree and just falling OB.
A playoff on this hole would make it interesting too, I feel like. I mean, you play 1 and 18, that would be a really good little circuit there, 1, 2, 18.
Yeah, 18 would provide a lot of drama on a playoff just because you never know what's going to happen on an approach. All of us putting it in good spots there. However, Mr. Thompson does pull his over to the right.
He never put it, yeah, that disc just went straight. It was like, nope, I'm going to the tennis court. See you later.
Whit desperately needs this to yank to the right, and it does.
I'm so surprised sometimes by his choices. Like we've seen so many good. Oh wow, there we go.
Sappy.
And then that was the first time he chose a forehand there. It's probably just to avoid all those trees though.
That is a sawed-off shot with a Tesla. I was trying to go around that oak and more underneath the branches, but I early released it on me.
That was a good shot though. I mean, you're right up there.
Yeah, it's Mini Island. That's the goal. We have a birdie putt, so we're solid. Double A's looks absolutely perfect.
Oh my gosh, is Whit gonna make another banger for us?
Please do it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
How did it miss?
oh my goodness. And he was safe, for anybody wanted to know.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Yeah. Good putt by you. Good birdie, Jamie. Good finish.
Yeah, loving finishing that way.
Let's see if Anthony can make his birdie.
Be a good way to close out this. Oh no. That is not how he wants to finish the second round going into the final day.
It's very, very surprising to see that. We've seen so much solid play by him, and I think it's fatigue. It has to be something. We have to give him some credit, right?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question because, my dad riding around in the golf cart, he even said about how hot it was. He said, there's no way I'd have made it.
He's out there and all day. It can kind of wear on you after 2 days. I mean, let's see what happens on the third day. Look at this lead card we have. It looks like because of the PDGA numbers, you're not going to make it, Jamie, but hopefully you're not out of it yet. We're going to hopefully see you potentially fight for the third round there. Yeah,
well, I thought it was PDGA number, but I wasn't in there because it wasn't due to that. It was actually due to Blake Poland having the hotter round. So he got put on the card rather than it being PDGA number because I was psyched. I just got into the bar, had a cold beer, and I was like, cool, I'm going to be on the lead card. And then someone was like, no, you're not. And I was like, okay.
Wow. So that must be a new rule then. They must have changed that recently. But either way, I loved watching your game. I loved having you here on commentary.
I'm just thankful to the folks at the Kinston Country Club, Greatest Media Team. You guys did an awesome job. Scorpion Disc Golf. My card mates, everybody, was just solid weekend. Bogey free bags, EV7 disc golf putters, my sponsors. I'm thankful for their support. And we look to see you out there and give them hell.
Awesome. Well, way to wrap that up. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. Again, thank you to our sponsors. Jamie, thank you for being here again. And great playing out there. Obviously, you got a little, I think, what they would say, shafted with that lead card thing. But I would love to see you out there. And maybe we will. Never know.
Sometimes it's best to never let it see you coming.
I love it. Let's leave it on that note. Thanks for being here, everyone.